The best part of the last year for me has been all of the people we got to help. We have so many happy clients with amazing success stories, and that really is my favorite part of what we do.
It is. I mean, the phone calls that I get sometimes, right? I have a client that called me earlier this year, and his initial plan was to be semi-absentee. He wanted that security, if you will, to keep his job for his family, which I totally get and respect. He has 5 kids, and he wanted to make sure he had that insurance. He had everything still for his family. But he called me and said, I was able to quit my job and get off the road and have that balance and be there for my kids. He told me that he's now able to coach his son's Little League team. And that's really special to me. So those moments make it so valuable in what we do. I love getting those phone calls.
There's nothing better than hearing those things. And a lot of times people tie success to money, right?
Right.
You have to have this. And obviously you can't quit your day job and you can't do those things if you're not making some cash. But the coaching the Little League is what he was most excited to tell you about, because he just wasn't able to do that. And it's those little things that people don't think about that makes business ownership so incredibly life-changing for people. You know, I think about, I worked with a client. She's one of my favorite clients I've ever worked with. And she's a politician. And she bought a business where it's line painting, right? Yeah. And she said, you know, in politics, you work and you work and you work to make a change. And there's so many things that have to be done. And there's so many people that have to sign off on things. But man, when I can get in there and in 2 hours, I look at what we did. We take it from 0 to hero, and the entire parking lot looks completely different. And she's like, I had no anticipation that I would enjoy the day-to-day of this business so much. But there's also the satisfaction of, we did that. That is something that I accomplished, and I help these businesses also improve what's going on. And I think those things too, just satisfaction in the things that you're doing and the ability to affect immediate change, because executives don't have that at work. You have to send everything up and send it back down.
Get it approved.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. You know, and I think about on our own team, one of our first clients was Jamie on our team.
Yes.
Right. And he saw the announcement on LinkedIn. He reached out to me and I helped him buy a mental health franchise. And he told me, like, I want to do what you do. I love it. I want to inspire life change. I want to do what you do. And he was able to quit his job. And then his wife was able to quit her job in a very short period of time, because their franchise really is taken off and they've done really well. And just having that independence, being a business owner, being on our team as well, he's been able to do that. And you can just feel the passion seeping out of him because it's changed his life.
Yes.
And it's created that balance.
Absolutely. And it does. And that's what business ownership does, is it does change your life. But it changes your life financially too. And if you're doing it right, you're mitigating the risk with franchising, you're following the process, you're doing what needs to be done. It's not an ATM. I mean, I'll look right at the camera when I say it. This is not a money tree in your backyard. If you can fog a mirror and stroke a check and you think that's all you need to do to make a bunch of money, wrong. You have to work. You have to follow the process. You have to have the right people. But if you do, 90% of franchises are successful and they do really well. And what it can do for you is life-changing, because if you're financially stable and you're generating income, and it can change your entire world. And that's really what we've seen our clients be able to accomplish, is through making more money. And, you know, there's tax write-offs in business ownership too. Right. There's a lot of ways to take home more of the money that you're making as well. You're able to shift the future of your family.
Mm-hmm. And on the money part, one of the things that I think is important to mention is you can't sell your job when you're done with it.
Nope.
You can't leave your job to the person behind you, right? With your, kid or your cousin or your best friend next door. But what I love about business ownership that you can do is you're creating a sellable asset. So not only can you on the front end generate revenue to supplement an income, add an additional revenue stream, replace an income, let your spouse stay home, whatever it may be, get your kids through college, but you also have a sellable asset at the end when you want to exit that business. So that's the cool thing to me, is you are building something for now, for financial gain, for your future, for your children, whatever your motivator is. And we talk about, again, what is your personal compelling reason for business ownership? Keeping that why center. But that end game is just as sweet.
Yeah, I mean, selling for a multiple is the goal, right?
Right. Absolutely.